15.1% illumination in the sign of Scorpio, very watery, intuitive energy. Headed towards that new moon in, what was it in? Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Hold on. In Sagittarius on the 12th. Sorry about that. My brain was like, switch off. So let's see what this energy is going to be like for you, because going from like that water energy into the fire energy is quite a contrast in emotions and experiences. And new moons are all about new beginnings, right? Like fresh starts, opening up to new opportunities, new ways of thinking. There's a lot that comes with new moons, right? Just all that new. So let's see who you are and what all this is for you, right? What it all means for you. Because we all respond differently to, the different lunar cycles based on our natal charts, because we're really connecting with the zodiac in question, So let's see. I feel that even sun signs are pretty prominent for us. Right now we're in Sagittarius season. So, yeah. That new moon in Sagittarius during Sagittarius is probably going to have quite a powerful effect. I pulled like a million cards, but I'm going to keep them because I feel like it. So, here we go. The Flower of Life. Inspiration, awe, and dreams. This is about the unfolding and the connecting of dots, right? Because I think of a flower as blooming, opening up, right? And then the way, like, it's all connected, right? It's like one moment connecting to the next, or one circumstance connecting to the next. It's like connecting the dots of, like, how everything leads up to the greater picture, So let's see. Bigger picture. Sirius B. Responsibilities, lessons growing up. Alright, so we have like a spiritual maturity happening, right? It kind of goes hand in hand with that blooming energy of the flower of life, like all the things that you've experienced in life are like leading up to this like leveling up of your spirit. Then we have Agarthans. Manifesting, multidimensional perception, and attunement. Yeah, you're definitely on a level here. I do see like very intuitive energy. I mean, manifesting requires a lot of discipline. And if you do it intentionally, right? Intentional manifestation requires discipline because it requires us to do things that feel pretty dang impossible to do, right? Like letting go of the outcomes and dropping our ego and being okay if it happens or if it doesn't happen. It all requires a level of stoicism. So, let's see. And we have Grace Tall. This is intimidating, utilitarian, and organized, right? So you could be in like a leadership position or somebody who has like a lot of rapport in your community or at work. It's like I see a level of you being respected in that way. Then we have Ouroboros, infinity, eternal, and past life, right? So you're connecting with like your Akashic records. This is all about karma. This is about, you could even be remembering aspects of your past life. They're like dreams, deja vu, visions. Because the way I see it is like your brain is a new brain. It doesn't have all the memories of your past life, right? Your soul, your energy carries all that. So therefore, like, it has to try to project it through your subconscious because how can energy make you remember something that you could never possibly remember, because your matter self is different from your energy self, if that makes sense. It's like the ego self, the material self, versus the higher self, the operator. So yeah, I like to explain it as like you are the electricity that pushes the brains in the that pushes the buttons in the brains. So if you're the electricity pushing the buttons, then you can like subliminally try to transmute like energy through that. Try to throw in some memories, some core values, some things. However, you still have to program the meat suit. The meat suit has to catch up with you, and that's really what's happening is when we go through spiritual leveling up, it's like we're trying to level up our meat suit so that it's not just like a primal like thing that's only like existing on autopilot and natural instincts. It's like the spirit, when we connect with that and we allow it to grow us, you know, into like a more mature being, you know, and we start gaining a lot of respect and we start being seen in that way. So yeah, I'm rambling. Tonight's a rambling night. I'm a rambling person. So we have Kabbalah, Tree of Life. I like that we have the Tree of Life with the Flower of Life. Every time I see this card, oh yeah, I'll let you know. This is about integration, emanation, and life lessons. So it's about integrating your life lessons and emanating them. Sorry, I realized I'm just like moving around a lot. But when I look at the Kabbalah Tree of Life, to me what I'm seeing is, you know, the roots grow down and the branches grow up, right? Like, as above, so below. And there's a saying, I forget where I heard it from, but basically, like, the branches of a tree can't grow to heaven until the roots of the tree have grown into hell, you know? So, like, a tree doesn't just grow upwards, it grows both ways. Like a tree worm. I don't know. But it grows in both directions, you know? And I feel that that's in a lot of ways when we're integrating our shadow and integrating the spirit with the body and gaining that maturity and that spiritual leveling up. We're growing in both directions, right? We're growing from the core outward, not from like the feet up, if you will, you know. And if you notice, that's kind of what happens, you know, as we grow up in general, right? It's not like one part of our body grows up. It's like we grow this way. Our legs grow, our arms grow, our spines grow, everything grows. And so, yeah, there's this level of growing in both directions. Already, this is really interesting, and I've only pulled the oracle cards. I'm gonna use my Hermetic Tarot deck. As you can see, I love it. I use this deck a lot, tearing up that box. Pretty soon, it's gonna be held together by rubber bands. But this deck is particularly like one of my favorites because it has all the symbolism of alchemy. It's all about alchemy and Hermeticism. If you know anything about like Thoth, Hermes, Trismegistus, or is it Hermes, Thoth, Hermes, Trismegistus? I said it right the first time. Then you'd kind of understand like so Thoth or Hermes, you know, he wrote like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, or as Sir Isaac Newton called it when he retranslated them, the Emerald Tablets of Hermes, because Hermes and Thoth are the same dude, right? So either name works. But Sir Isaac Newton actually wrote more about alchemy than he ever did about science. And it's funny because like we have all of his like we learn about all the physics and stuff in school. We learn about Isaac Newton and his his laws, and but we never really talk about where he derived that information from, because if you read the Emerald Tablets and then you read his translations of it and then you like go deeper into his studies on alchemy, you'll see that a lot of what he wrote about physics came directly from that. So I don't know, alchemy is pretty dope, and it's all about kind of growing in all directions. It's about the Philosopher's Stone and what exactly that is, I feel like if I go down that rabbit hole, I'm going to be here talking about the Philosopher's Stone all night. I'll have the whole recipe set up for you and everything. But no, I feel like you're going through spiritual alchemy, and that's pretty much what I'm in a roundabout way kind of saying, is that, in the chaos, you are being incubated. You're growing, right? You're growing in a spiritual way. You are being turned from like lead to gold, it feels almost like you are the Philosopher's Stone and you are the philosopher, if that makes sense. Like, you are both the sculptor and the marble, And there's a level of you, like, really transmuting your own energy and really sculpting yourself into the person that you want to be, that you feel yourself to be, your highest potential of self, right? A big part of your journey with the High Priestess in reverse has a lot to do with you facing the challenges of your fears, doubts, and insecurities, and having to overcome them. And I feel like this is really the source of, like, you had to feel those things so strongly in your life in order to transmute them into the equal opposite energy, right? With the Six of Cups in reverse, I see like something new on the horizon for you, right? Something unfamiliar. Six of Cups is about the familiar, something from your past, something you're reminiscent about. With the Six of Cups in reverse, I see something new, something that brings you out of your shell with the Hermit in reverse. So far you have Pisces and Virgo energy on the board. With the Hermit in reverse, there's a level of having to leave your comfort zone. And what's interesting too, as I was saying that, I noticed on the Six of Cups, you see the symbol with the little circle and the dot in the middle? That circle represents the Philosopher's Stone, right? And I see two of them, as above, so below, right? One here and one up there. And I don't know, it feels relevant because we're kind of talking about that growth in both directions. And that symbol also represents like the sun, the gold, so I'm feeling that you're going through changes, right? Like that Ozzy song. I'm going through changes. Yeah. With the Devil, you might have to be overcoming toxicity, or you may have had to overcome toxicity, addiction even, obsessive thinking, negative thinking. This could be a lot, and that's also Capricorn energy. Then we have the other Pisces card with the moon here. Something is coming to light, or you're shedding light on something here with the universe, right? This goes back to, you know, that multi-dimensional perception. It's like the universe is kind of shining a light on something. Like something is being illuminated here. Also, the universe talks about, you know, closing out old cycles and entering into new, especially with the death card, Scorpio energy. The death card is all about closing out old cycles and following up the devil. I feel that it's closing out cycles that are just not good for you, that don't serve your highest good. Yeah, with the moon, you're going to discover something soon, or you're going to be discovered. We have Four of Wands in reverse. This could be moving from your home. This could be following up like a big breakup, right? Or like breaking a commitment, a long-term commitment. Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing a leveling up here because you're going from the Princess of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords in reverse, and then straight to the Queen of Pentacles, right? And so it's like, the way I'm seeing it is the Princess of Pentacles in, you know, a younger time, or when you're spiritually younger, if you will. I feel that, you know, when you were going through devastation and loss and struggle or whatever it was, this really forced you to rebuild, right? Ten of Swords in reverse is rebirth energy. We have the death, right? So right on this line, it starts with death and it ends with the Ten of Swords, in reverse, the rebirth. And that follows up, or that's followed up by the Queen of Pentacles. And it's like, this is really throwing you into a time of abundance, right? This could be like a professional leveling up, right? Like, you could have walked away from a job that was very toxic for you, or you were dealing with like narcissists, manipulators, those kinds of things. And I see you like kind of bringing an end to that whole cycle and being rebirthed into better. Also, when you're in the Queen of Pentacles is an attractive energy, and I'm saying this because of what's following at it up. So the Queen of Pentacles, you know, attracts opportunity, attracts abundance, attracts those kinds of things. She's an authority, you know, she's a boss. And so basically, when you're in the energy of attracting abundance, sometimes you attract other things, right? And with the Foolish Man, followed up by the King of Swords in reverse, I see that you could be attracting somebody here. And don't let the genders of the cards, you know, mean anything to you, because honestly, the Queen of Pentacles could be male, King of Swords could be female. It's not about that kind of gender. It's like, it's about the opposite sides of the brain, the masculine, the feminine. We have both. So whatever you're in right now, are you creative and, you know, in boss mode, leveling up? Because that's who I'm reading for. That's what it looks like. With the King of Swords in reverse, followed by the Foolish Man, this is somebody who is going to take an action towards you, right? This is somebody who is taking a leap of faith in your direction. With the King of Swords in reverse, they are letting like their guard down. This could even be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but it's kind of like they're setting down their sword, they're allowing themselves the vulnerability to come in pursuit, right? And part of what the moon is showing me too is that, like, what you didn't see in the midst of the chaos is what is to come as a result, right? And I feel that you're attracting, like, partnership, whether that's romantic or professional. You're attracting abundance, you're leveling up professionally and spiritually. And I'm just seeing a lot of growth in you coming about as a result of having experienced something that was pretty shitty. So let's talk about this King of Swords in reverse. What kind of pursuit is this? Just as I thought. We have King of Cups, the King of Love. So, yeah, this is somebody coming in with their heart on their sleeve, right? This is somebody who is very mature, very wise. I mean, somebody who is just struck, right? They're like all in their feelings about you. And with the Justice card following this up, Libra energy, I'm seeing that like this brings balance or stability. This is like good karma coming in for you, right? This is things being restored. As you can see, the yin and yang energy is down here. And I feel this energy of them kind of coming together and rebalancing the scales. With the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this could be an earth sign or somebody who just feels like they didn't think like they had a chance to pursue something like this. And I'm also seeing that like money could be a big motivator for somebody here to come towards you. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, like they're weighing their pros and cons and kind of like, but there's just this energy of money being a big motivator. With this Four of Swords, like there's a spirit of laziness, lackadaisical, like, you know, it's yeah. So you could have multiple people coming in toward you. Whatever it is karmic with that Justice card. This could be a past life connection. Some, you know, like for some reason them coming in, like there's a level of having to balance out the scales, you know, and like having to restore that karmic balance. So let's see exactly what that means. Because to be honest, not saying they gold digger, but they ain't messing with no broke, you know, like, because you're showing up in the Queen of Pentacles, and they're showing up as like the King of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, like just lacking. This could also be like an attitude that they have, like a lack mindset. Like nothing is ever good enough. They never really have enough. But either way, it doesn't seem super positive. Alright, well, what's your advice from Spirit at this time? We have Knight of Cups, followed by Temperance, followed by the Five of Wands in reverse. Your advice here is the one that brings you peace and harmony and balance, right? Somebody who doesn't make you feel conflicted on the inside, right? Knight of Cups follows his heart. And I'm seeing that as being a big part of the advice here. Like, follow your heart. The Temperance, Sagittarius energy, it's like, be patient, you know, like, trust divine timing. Allow the circumstances to kind of, like, lay out for you. With the Five of Wands in reverse, it's like, find the connection that you don't feel conflicted about, right? That you're not having any doubts, right? Because with that High Priestess in reverse, I feel that, like, if anything is inciting, like, fear, doubt, insecurity, anything like that inside of you, then that's a sign, you know, like, you should feel comfortable with your partner. And if you don't feel comfortable with somebody, or you feel like you're discerning that they don't have, like, the best intentions for you, then your advice is to, like, listen to that, you know, and only, like, pursue that which, like, brings peace to your heart. Something that you're not conflicted about. Something that makes sense to you. We have the Chariot and the Five of Swords. The Chariot, Cancer energy, is all about movement. Moving up, moving on, moving out, moving forward, moving, right? It's all about, you know, like, getting in motion and staying in motion, at least for the time being. With the Five of Swords, I see this energy of defensiveness, like, perhaps you have to walk away from certain people and situations to protect your energy, right? Like, if there's a gold digger situation, I feel like, and if you feel that, like, that they're more interested in what you have materialistically rather than what you have, you know, to offer emotionally and spiritually, then it's probably a good idea to walk away from that. Yeah, because I'm just seeing a pretty big red flag from the universe, like, saying, you know, they're gonna come in talking the talk, but, like, make sure their words and their actions are matching up, you know. What else do you need to know? We have Eight of Cups. This is about walking away. You know, even if you had started pouring into that cup, there's this energy of, like, walk away. Like, especially if you're in the energy of feeling like on a crossroads with the Two of Wands, like, not feeling at ease, like, feeling like maybe there's another way, a different path, like, because when you're on the right path, you're not constantly looking for the right path, if that makes sense. With the Knight of Pentacles, I do see that you might take up a new job offer or opportunity. You might just, like, pursue career success, you know, and maybe that's the best bet at this time. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups, it's like, I do see, like, the Ace of Cups is filling your own cup, right? It's making sure that your cup runneth over. And there's just so much self-love and self-care with between the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords. It's like when you really love and care for yourself, you just won't tolerate bullshit. You won't even be attracted to bullshit energy. You know, it just wouldn't even cross your mind to like go down that road. And because of that, it's followed up by the Wheel of Fortune, right? Like good things will happen to you because you're not willing to stick around and be used, right? And manipulated and all that. It's like, yeah, you're really understanding that, like, hey, you're more than what you've got, and you'll really be able to tell when people are super interested in like what you have monetarily and what you have possession wise versus like what you actually have like to offer them in a relationship, you know. And we live in a day and age where like people just use each other a lot, and it's sad and it's pathetic. You know, it's pathetic. There's like everyone has so many opportunities to like chase their own bag. Like why why use somebody else? It's laziness. It's that lackadaisical energy. Like they'd much rather like find somebody who already has all this stuff and then like siphon them rather than like actually go and like create all that for themselves. That one wanted to come up, so I'm gonna take it too. Arthur of Kali. You're forging your authentic path. In support of that, you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. Mahavidya. No matter how logical an approach may be or how sensible it may seem, there are times when the heart nudges us toward a different way. Have the courage to be moved by your heart along untried paths that resonate, whatever the logical mind has to say about them. You are outgrowing a problem and birthing a superior outcome. Right? Like that rebirth energy. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. This is a big, like, warning to, like, really be discerning, especially if you're dating, and even in professional ways. Like, you don't want to go into business with somebody who's just, like, looking at you as a wallet, right? You want somebody who's looking at you as, a good business person, partner, or whatever, somebody who thinks that you could grow together, and like from romantic, platonic to business, like it's all a spectrum of relationships, and they all require like reciprocity, right? They all require that both of you are bringing something to the table, and that there's not like an imbalance of give and take, right? And so just make sure that you are being, that it is balanced, whatever it is, right? So yeah, that's what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.